Hey, how we doing, everybody, and welcome back to the Catalyst, where we break down all things bullish in the crypto markets. Today we're going to take a look at MATIC. The weekend has been relatively stagnant just in general. Not huge changes across the market, but we do see here we are once again testing this kind of previous resistance that we've been continuing to kind of test a little bit at the 220 range. We have been in and out of this quite a few times, coming up into it, testing it as resistance back here, then getting slipped out of it, finding some support across the 100, coming back in with a huge surge to actually break through it, and then we did not find support along it, and then this is actually where the market had a pretty big pullback in general. So we came back down, found some more support both along this bottom line here at the 170, which is actually like an intersection between that and this trend line, which is kind of nice as well. So there's one or two things that could happen here. One, I guess maybe three options. We could break out of this again. Maybe this is some resistance here, which is possible at the 240 range. It's about where previous all-time highs have been in terms of the candle. You can see that here, not in terms of the wick. Obviously, the wicks have gone a little bit higher than that. So that's one potential outcome. The other one is we bump our head here and come back down, find support somewhere, maybe along one of the EMAs, maybe along this trend line once again. We're not sure. The other option is this could be the time that we actually blow out of it and find support along this. So we could actually come up, hit some resistance here at 240, come back down, test it as support, and then take off from there, eventually finding some resistance along maybe the top edge or the top line of this trend line here. And then obviously there's a fourth scenario that could be something completely different than what I just said, but based off the technicals, those are some potential outcomes that we have. Obviously it's crypto, so that fourth scenario could mean anything. We could go completely nuclear one way or another. We're not sure. What I do know is that I'm pretty bullish on MATIC, Polygon. They have a lot of good stuff coming out, a lot of good stuff that they've already kind of announced. And we also know, this time of the year is typically an accumulation phase, and we've been doing exactly that, and we're doing a really good job of it as well, actually. Finding perfect entry points at the base of, these support lines here, and then potentially, just as good as sell points if you had chosen to sell out at any of these peaks here as well. So we've been kind of just accumulating within this range since, as early as October. So 2 months or so, we've been bouncing between, 220 and as low as, I guess $1.50, where there was a bigger pullback. But that's a pretty tight little range to be in there. And I do think there's more runway for us with Polygon. It's just not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. So we'll see what happens here. Obviously, it would be great if this was the time we actually broke out and the market kind of, had a big surge. But we need to just be patient. That might not come until January, February, who knows. Again, as always, we need to check out Ethereum and just Bitcoin and stuff in general. We are currently finding some resistance now along the 20 EMA and maybe finding some support along the 100 there. We'll have to see what happens. But look at this. This is all accumulation for an entire month now, from middle of December, or November rather, to the middle of December now. I would expect after the holidays, we're going to have some decisions being made. We're either going to go, up vertically, or we're going to go down. I don't think we'll continue to accumulate, much past the holidays. But as soon as the new year comes over, you got to remember, like, fiscal year stuff too. Companies are trying to acquire some debt to balance out their sheets and everything like that. So we'll see kind of what happens. There's going to be a little bit of manipulation because of some of that stuff, just the debt acquisition. But ultimately, I think we're in a good spot for Polygon here in MATIC. And I think, we'll see what happens. See what we get out of a response from the price action here along this resistance right now. We might come back down, test the 20, the 50, the 100, who knows. Either way, whatever happens, I think we are just coiling up for a big run down the road. And we'll see, what happens in the next few days here. So that is all I got for you guys today. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.